The person that asks never misses his way. So don't forget, ask questions. Thank you. Can I get more comments? What about Monday? What about the boy craze and people pleasing? Who's gonna tell me about that? That class was fire, you know, fire. Gonna tell me something about that. Gonna tell me something about it. And I am not particularly happy that the responses that we're getting is not as much. I would appreciate that we all contribute. Yeah, we should all contribute. So, who's gonna tell me? Who's gonna tell me? While we wait for, okay. Can you please unmute and tell me what you remember about Monday? Yeah, put down your hand and then tell us. Unmute yourself and talk, please. Oyare Martin. Do you want to? Okay, you're unmuted, so please talk.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
I learned that we should take ourselves money, that we should
know that
it
will take time for the restaurant to cook. Okay. Ebuka is even calling me. I wish I could add him to this call.
You learned what? I can't hear you.
Yes.
I said that I learned that we should always make ourselves more important, that we shouldn't always look for the needs of others more than our own needs.
Yes. Do you want to tell me why that is important? Why it is important to take yourself seriously? Do you want to tell me?
Could be Yolanda. Because I'm more special and unique.
Yeah, you're special, you're unique. But most importantly, if you're not full, there's no how you can give anybody. No one. Can you please can you mute yourselves? These are senior hobbers. These are not this is not a between class.
No.
Hello. Do you want to? Okay. Do you want me to mute everyone? Is that what you want? Please let's behave, okay? We're big senior hobbers. No, there's no between in this class. I don't have an 8-year-old, okay? So please. All right. So. If you want to talk, please raise up your hand first before you talk. That's how we do, right? Don't forget, we're queens, and then the way we behave must be different at all times. All right. So while we're waiting, can I get more comments? So while I'm waiting for comments on the lessons that you have learned, please, who's gonna tell me what they are doing this holiday, aside from the camp activities for those of you that will be in camp? Who is gonna tell me? Who's gonna tell me what are you doing specially for the holiday? What are you doing specially for the holiday? What are you doing specially for this holiday? What are you learning? So, all right, guys, thank you so very much. Auntie Etima, I said that it's my apologies. Auntie Justina is in the building, so she'll be our facilitator for this evening. So, girls, let's show our love in the comment section. Let her feel our love. Let her feel the tangibility. Let her feel welcome. Let us know that she's at the girls' home, and here we love, we're welcoming, and we're warm. So, give me that emoji, that love emoji, that clap emoji. Everyone, can I see it now? Yeah. So I'm not seeing it yet. I want her to come and meet that she's loved. She's loved, she's appreciated, and then that we're warm. Yeah, I can see the clap emoji. What happened to the love emoji? Yeah. Yes. So girls, get your pens, get your writing materials. Yeah, thank Auntie Justina. The girls are greeting you. They're happy that you are here. I am also happy that you are here. And then you have the floor now, ma. You have the floor, Auntie Justina. God bless you. Auntie Justina, are you there? Hello, Auntie Justina. Hello.
I think it yanked her off for a bit.
Okay, so we just wait. Okay, girls, can I see more of the emojis while she tries to rejoin again? So that she's coming into that warmth. She's coming into that warmth, that that feeling of being welcomed. Girls, we are very warm, so let it keep coming. If you have not sent an emoji, this is time to send it now before she will come in and I will not say, because I will now tell, before she will not be thinking that she is not welcome. All right. Okay. Auntie Justina, are you here now? Are you here now, Ma? Okay, before she comes, I think that so that we do not take our time. So we'll be talking.
Can you share your slides? Is it possible?
Yes, Ma, it's possible.
Check so that we'll know.
Yes, Ma. Okay, I'm doing that already.
Good
I think
evening.
Justina is here
Oh,
now.
Justina
Okay.
is
Oh,
in
okay.
now. Okay, so I'll just be at the
Yes, I'm so sorry. Oh God. My network is just so crazy.
sorry, Ma. So sorry about that.
My sincere apology, I'm late. I've been trying to get network. At this end here, the network is really very terrible. Sorry.
So sorry, you're welcome. Yeah, now you are here. The girls are
Thank
welcome.
you.
You are welcome.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, so should I go ahead?
Please go ahead. They have welcomed you. We check the comment section is full of love emojis, clap emojis. So you're welcome. The girls love you and they are happy that you are here. Please go ahead, Ma. I'll be at the background.
Okay, thank you. Is it fine that you enable screen sharing, or will you share the slide at your end?
Okay, I can share the slides at my end, no problems.
Okay,
I'll
fine then.
Yeah.
Please let me have a second. Okay. So good evening, everybody. Is Auntie Etima here?
Yes, ma'am, she's there.
Yep, I am.
Good evening, Ma.
Can you see me waving?
Yeah. Good evening, Ma. It's good to see you here. Thank you so very much for having me. Hi, guys. Good evening. And I live in Abuja. I am a teen coach. I also have a teens platform. I want to use this opportunity to actually appreciate Auntie Etima for all the good work you're doing, Ma. I'm really sometimes very surprised at your energy, because I know you just left Lagos, or maybe you are still in Lagos and now you are here. We really appreciate your effort, and I'm praying that God will keep giving you more strength and grace for yourself and for your team.
Man. Here's our network. I think we lost her again.
Actually, it's really be very. Yeah, my network is actually flipping. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma. We can hear you loud and clear, ma.
Okay, so sorry, please. You just have to bear with me a bit. The network at my end is not really is somehow this evening. Thank you again for the opportunity. And so guys, good evening. It's good to meet you here. I'm seeing Jessica. I think it's only there's any other person that is online at the moment. Hi, Jessica. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. All right. So we are talking about learned helplessness. I usually follow Auntie Etima online. I follow her on YouTube, on Facebook, especially the Wednesday midweek talk. I see how she shares so much wisdom passionately. And frankly speaking, when this topic was shared, in my mind, I was like, I really haven't heard about this particular words before, learned helplessness. And of course, I had to do my research to actually understand what it means. And so I will just go through it. I'm sure the slide has been shared, so you can also read through and have an insight of what we're going to be talking about. Before we go into my introduction here, I would like to say this, that the choice of being born to the earth is no one's choice to be made. Your parents, in a way, brought you to this life, and from cradle, from childhood, they will do the best they can do to give you all they can give you: good life to an extent, education, good home for some of us who are blessed enough that our parents are well to do and all of that. But it will get to a point that the choice of what you make out of life becomes 100% yours. At that junction, there is little or nothing they can actually do. To the level at which they can influence your choices, your career choice, and all of those, at a junction in life, they will completely, I don't want to use the word fade away, but they will kind of stay in the background. And at that point, you are left kind of all by yourself, to take your decisions, to, determine how life will be for you. And I have always told my guests that what you make out of life is 100% your responsibility. And for every decision, there is always a consequence. So you don't say, I've taken a decision and so that is it. As soon as you are at the decision table, you should also know that this decision you are taking comes with a consequences. That helps so much, so that when the consequences of your decision starts to, comes up and all of that, you are not unaware that the decision in the first place was taken by you and you alone. And life is such that you have to develop, I call it thick skin. It's not a bed of roses. We don't have what we want all the time. As much as you can be rich, you can be very intelligent, there are just days that are bad days. Even for those of us who are adults and you have businesses,
Wow. I think we lost for a moment, but let's just hold on. She will join us again.
No, there are days that you get hooked, you can't be able to achieve it, and connection is unstable. I'm so sorry, this network is just really getting me pissed off. And so there are days that it goes like, okay, this is not what I planned, and then it's all happening the way I didn't plan it. You have to develop a capacity to also take in that. What I'm saying in essence is there are certain times that negativity just come glaring at you in the face. You have to find a way around it. You don't just say, okay, it has to be, I planned it this way, it has to happen this way. No, there are certain times that what we don't plan for happen. They are called unforeseen circumstances. You didn't see it coming, you didn't have a plan, you didn't know it was going to happen, boom, it just happens. And at that juncture, you don't chicken out, you don't say, okay, that is it, I'm done. No. You always have to get to that point where you find a balance and you are able to take it in. Sometimes we say that you should deal with it. You have to develop that capacity of handling the difficulties that life brings. Because guys, I need to be honest with you, sometimes it really gets difficult. it really gets difficult. Negativity stares at you in the face and you just can't run away. If you run away, it will mean that such a person had failed, right? And so talking about helpless, I think I've already explained in brief or in a lengthy word now what helplessness is all about. So is it fine that you give me the introduction now?
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's still on learn helplessness.
Oh, sorry. Give me a minute, please. All right. Are you seeing the introduction now?
Yes, ma'am. So I said the concept was first introduced by a psychologist, Martin Seligman, and his colleague in the late 1960s in their experiments. In the experiment with dogs, they discovered that dogs who had previously been exposed to situations where they had no control or ability to escape later exhibited a lack of motivation and learned to be helpless when faced with similar situations. I was trying to read through this theory this evening because actually it was really a busy day at work. I literally did not have spare time for myself. But what I got actually from this theory or this experiment that was carried out by Martin and his colleague was that they had some set of dogs that they wanted to carry out this experiment with. And what he did was that he got a bell. You know, dogs literally, they are actually more like humans because if you check all the pets, apart from the likes of cats and which other animal is really, really very friendly, you can literally see some of human being characteristics being exhibited in dogs. They are homely. You know, sometimes when you make a journey and you're returning, you see the warm welcome they give you. They come around you and then they start turning, and you know, they are all happy around you. And so naturally, dogs are in that class that they kind of behave like humans. But the experiment shows that at a point where where Martin and his colleague had a bell, you know, the sound of a bell when you're not expecting it can really lead you to like quickly wonder what's happening around you. So they keep shaking the bell, and then the dogs, you know, were going into shock. Like they were not really okay. They're trying to wonder what's happening. So each time they ring the bell, the dogs are actually kind of afraid. So at a point, they now came across, they built a cage, more like an two phases or so. One side was with electricity that could electrocute somebody, and then the other one was just a normal what have you. So they were expecting that since this particular side of the cage is dangerous for the dog and could harm them, when they place the dog in that particular cage, they should jump from that cage to safety, which is the opposite cage, which was actually not with electricity. But they were really very surprised that as soon as they dropped the dog, instead of escaping, rather the dog sat, like they lay down, even in the pain. So at the point, they were like trying to understand that the shock that, you know, they usually get from the bell, when the bell is being rang, even now, right, that they are. So when they bring some other set of dogs who had not experienced this shock, no, I'm not supposed to be in this place. This thing is harmful. The experience proud to when what they had to do now was carry the dogs and put them in safety, like on 2 occasions or 3. So before the dog now realized that, okay, this thing is actually not safe for us, we need to escape. Now, after a while, this same thing was discovered in human. And it happens in such a way that when you go through repeated experiences of failure or, you know, maybe bad occurrence or something that is not palatable, something that is sad. There are different hormones in our body, and there is a way they respond to different stimuli. When certain things is going on in your body, there is a way your body system, reacts. Little wonder when you have a cut on your finger, maybe a knife cut, or maybe a sharp object or something. Before you know it, the pain is passed straight to your brain. You start to feel like you're having slight headache. You don't have headache literally, but because of that cut, every part of your body is now in a way connected to that pain. You could literally feel that a part, some part of your head is now aching because you have a cut in your hand. Our body is just wired in such a way that every part is connected. And so when sad events happen, you start to feel sad, you start to feel, before you know it, you lose interest, and then you are looking all moody. People start to ask you, what's up? What's happening? Why are you sad? Why are you looking like that? What's going on? And then for us young people, most time we usually give the response, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what is happening. I can't even place it. You're not happy, but you cannot place what is wrong. Hello, I think I'm talking too fast. Is anybody still here? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, can hear you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so the way our mind works, it's such that every single thing that happens to you, just kind of process itself. Before you know it, you start to put it in your mind. Gradually, you are developing a feeling about it. And then it now gets to that point where you now see it as insurmountable. Okay, no, this is me. Some of us even make statements like, it's my weak point. That's how I'm wired. I think there's something just wrong with me. No. Literally, it's because of what you had gone through, because it has happened repeatedly. And for some people, it has not even repeated itself. Probably it just happened once, but because it has happened, you now find a way.
Excuse me, ma. Sorry, ma. We have 30 more minutes, ma.
Okay, please. So you now find a way to, your mind now find a way to condition itself that it cannot do it. Like, no. No. For me to have failed my exams, that means I don't think I can write and pass again. Literally, your mind just begin to play out, different pictures begin to play out in your head. And then you try to see, you now find a way to settle in that phase, in that space, making you feel limited, making you feel as if that is all about you. No, that is not all about you. What you need to do is break through that. Like I earlier said when I began, difficulties are going to come. Negativity are going to happen. And I've observed that for some of us young people, we just don't want anything negative. You don't have the capacity to handle negative energy. Little wonder when somebody passes a comment that is not nice, that ruins your day. No. You need to get to a point where you have control of your mind. That can be very difficult though, but you need to just find a way around it. Ma, can you please move to definition? I think I've already run through the whole slide. I'm just more like, okay, so like I've said here, I said in human, learned helplessness is related to the concept of self-efficacy the individuals believe in, their innate ability to achieve goals. Research has found that a human's reaction to feeling a lack of control differs both between individuals and between situations. We don't all react to situations the same way, no. Something that could be like 100% no for me, could be 75% no for you, could be 50% no for another, and could even be 100% yes for another yes, because we are wired differently. We don't all behave the same, we don't all react to situations the same. However, it is very important that you develop the capacity to react to situations in the appropriate ways. Learned helplessness sometimes remains specific to one situation, but at other times generalizes across situations. Just like, please, can we go to the next slide? Just like I have just explained, we don't all react to situations the same way, we all react differently. How someone interprets or explains adverse events No, please. The continuation of the definition.
Okay.
Yes, please. No, there is, yeah. How someone interpret or explain adverse events affects their likelihood of acquiring learned helplessness and subsequent depression. For example, people with pessimistic explanatory style tend to see negative events as permanent. They have comments like, it will never change. They tend to take it personal sometimes. You hear them say, oh, it's all my fault, I caused it. And sometimes they are pervasive. I can't do anything correctly. Now, when it gets to that point, seriously speaking, such a person needs help. By the time that probably maybe because you had taken, I'm just citing an example now, maybe you had taken an exam and probably your result wasn't, but I think why result is out now. Yesterday, right? Hello?
Hello, girls. Please respond to Aunt Justina.
Okay, are we together,
Yes,
guys?
ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to cite a relatable example with WAEG. I know that the results are out now. Expectations were high, parents are having their own expectation. Even you who wrote the WAEG, you're having your own expectation. Your peers too, probably your classmates. And then the results are all out, and maybe it's not expected. It is not at projected. You had projected that you're going to have 5. And bees and all of that, and now the result is to the conclusion that this is my no. Fine, the result might not be I didn't study enough. Maybe there were things that I did not do correctly. Maybe this, maybe that. Making up excuses and then checking through what could you have done better that you didn't do. Is there a part you should have played that probably you didn't have enough time, or probably you didn't put more effort, or something, just something? It's not a time to now sit and sob and make it look as if that is it about life. No, you even hear some people say, I can't do it. In my mind, I say, like, why will you get to that point where you completely resort that, okay, this is all about it, I can't do this? I have a friend, she's 18 or 19, and she's in 200 level mass communication. The issue is that she feels her peers, that's her classmates, are better than her, because she's not the type that probably is very outspoken and she doesn't talk much. And then most time, the class is usually given assignment of presentation where they need to stand in front of the class and present. And so each time there is an assignment, it's like a bad day for her, because she's already in her mind thinking, no, I'm not good enough. I just told her, okay, fine. There is a confidence that comes with knowledge. When you know something, it's not like you are proud or something. There is just a level of confidence that you carry because of the knowledge you have. So I was gisting with her and I was telling her that instead of, sitting and saying you cannot do it, you're not this, what you should do is, this your classmates, what are they doing that you are not doing? What ability do they have that you don't have? How can you get this thing? And so that you can be, even if not far more than them, or at least at par for a start, since it's not something that you have been doing. And then I'm really happy because now, at least the last time we spoke, the last set of people that did presentation, she was part of them. She kept calling, Ma, I did presentation today. I said, that's good. We are starting, and that's the beginning. You can do more. So what I'm just saying is that there are things that we do, very well, probably because we have inborn ability, talent, or some skills. We call it, is it our strength now, or our passion? We are able to do these things effortlessly because one way or the other, we are gifted in them, or we had practiced, or we had made efforts. But there is nothing like, I cannot do it. Because even the Bible said it that we can do all things. Philippians also, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. So most of this thing is not even your own personal ability, but your ability that the Lord himself has inculcated into you. How you make effort, how you fly in other things you feel you cannot do, is to sit and add and see. There is a way you can excel at something by the time you really sit and make serious efforts. You put in a whole lot of work, you pray about it, you try to build capacity, you try to find out how are others doing it, what is making my classmates stand out, how is it that she has this beautiful result, how is it that she's the best in class, how is it that is this, not that you are envious or jealous, no. The best way to learn is to try to find out what others know that you don't know. And so it's not a time to now resort completely to say that I can't do this thing. It's all my fault. I'm just bad at everything. No. Ma, can we please go to the next? I think the fifth.
Yeah, we have about 25 minutes more now.
Oh, okay, instead of the fifth, I think we should just go to the sixth because I've explained apparently what is in the fifth. Let's go to the sixth.
Okay, you want me to go to the next slide, ma'am? Okay.
No, not the fifth, the next one. That's learn helplessness in young individuals. Yes. Now, as young people, it's that young people with this condition no longer believe they can positively affect the direction of their lives. If you are at this state of mind right now, I'm just here to encourage you that you can get out of that state of mind and you are much more better. In fact, I put it to you now that you are enough. You can handle that situation. You have the capacity. Don't settle that that is all about it. No. Because it gets to a point for some young people and they just come to the conclusion that no, this is how I am. I don't think I can do better. Just when it comes to this is my limit. Everyone can be better. They can't see through the fog, like they can't just see anything good. Like there's not, okay, no, this is it. The situation is staring so bad at you, you can't even try to think of something good from it. There is a way you must condition your mind to bring positivity out of seemingly negative situation. Fine, it's bad though, guys. Like, it's really bad. What has happened is really terrible. But it's a whole lot of hard work where you have to condition your mind to get to that point where, okay, this thing has happened, it's really terrible, it's making me sad, my hormones are not, but still you try to see good. You try to see positivity in that same situation. I tell you, not everybody has the capacity to do that, even as adults. They can't see through the fog. Effort seems futile, so they give up trying, only in engaging in tasks that requires little effort. Now, this is the point where one now settle for less. You now weigh your options. Oh, okay, this one will not. No. This one will not require so much strength. Okay, no. I wanted to study medicine before. No. Please, I'll just go for mass comm. Oh no, I'll just go for international relations. I beg, I can't stress myself. No, just because you feel you can't do it. They wonder why everything is so difficult compared to their peers. The thing is, we do not all have the same ability. Guys, that's the truth. The way you are different from another person, even from your siblings whom you are from the same womb. You do not have the same ability. No, you don't. There are some that it comes effortlessly from you because probably those are your strengths. Those are more like talent. Those are more like gifting from God. And there are others that if you must excel at it, you have to work hard. You have to make constant practice. You have to develop yourself. So it's not a time to now sit and be comparing yourself with your peers. Why is it that my classmate or my classmate whom we wrote work together now have 5 A's, and all of this? They have little or no motivation to achieve any task. And they are not interested in learning. This is even the worst of it. Like, they are not interested in learning new ways to cope with life struggles. Now, this is taking me back to the beginning, where I said life is not a bed of roses. Life in itself is full of struggles. And Etima will affirm it, and Funmi will affirm it. Even your parents will affirm it. There are times that it is completely what you do not plan that takes over what you have planned. You don't now sit and say, okay, since it has happened like that, that is it. No. You also have to develop thick skin and walk through the struggles and come out strong. God helping you, God strengthening you. Are we still together? Ma, can we please go to the next slide?
Yes, ma. Thank you.
I think that's the second to the last symptoms of learned helplessness.
Yes, ma. Can you see now?
No, it has not come up yet.
Okay. Please give me a second. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yes, ma. Yes.
No.
Okay. I think there's a big Yes. Okay. So we are looking at the symptoms of learned helplessness. Maybe peradventure, I have just been talking since, and you're trying to understand what is this auntie even saying? What is this helplessness, learned helplessness? Okay, I think this is kind of a little bit more simple now. When you check through this, if at a point or the other you exhibit any of this, I'm not saying that you are now in that state of mind. No, it could be that if you're not able to handle it, then it might, lead to something that at a point you might not have to be in that state of mind where you think you cannot do anything, like you don't have, you don't have the energy at all. It can impair a person's ability to handle stressful situations and increases the risk of mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. When one of my young friends turned 18, she called. Are we together, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
When one of my young friend turned 18, she placed a call and she was very, she was very disturbed. I was trying to understand what was the problem. And she kept saying, Auntie Justina, this age I am now is a very serious age. I said, which one is serious age? Okay, so 18, yes, I know 18 is serious, really. I have to get serious with life. I say, okay, so what's the plan? What are we doing? What have you mapped out? Are there things you had said, okay, at 18, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? And I want you to understand that don't think, okay, because I'm just 13, I still have so much time. No, it's better you start to have some very serious plans for your life. Okay, I want to build this. I met my boss's daughter a few days ago. She's a tech person. She said she designs websites. I was wowed in my mind. I said, wow, great job. Literally at 18, she could still feel like, no, mommy still send me pocket money, I'm still okay. Now she's at the verge of making her own cool money, like being independent. So it doesn't really matter if you are 13 or 14. You can have a plan, guys. You can have a structured plan, okay? Something that is actually smart. I'm sure you must have come across the word smart. It means specific, a task or a goal that you set or that you want to achieve, should be specific, right? Should be measurable. It's something that is not something that is not realistic. And should be achievable. That's the A now. Should be achievable. The R is should be realistic. Don't say you want to build a house at 13. How now? And then it should be time bound. Don't say in the nearest future. No, there should be a time bound. Okay, when I'm 15, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. When I'm 17, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. That makes your task or goal time bound. So she was really very bothered. I'm 18 now. Hey, my academics, I don't want my academics to suffer, my spiritual life. The way I said, okay, calm down. In fact, I just said, can you put off your phone and sleep? Let's talk in the morning. So in the morning, first thing in the morning, before I went to work, I put a call across. So her concern was that how will she, be going for lectures and still be doing her business and still be attending fellowship and still. And I told her that welcome to adulthood. She said, you don't mean it. I said, yes. Say it's so much to handle. I said, the truth is that is how it is. You have to develop the ability to be able to handle all of these things at the same time. One will not suffer for the other. You will not say because you want to excel and so your spiritual life should go into extinction. And you will not also say because you want to be attending fellowship, you want to be you reading your Bible, you want to be studying the word of God, then you will not be attending your lectures. No, there is time for everything. You must strike a balance, find a way to balance everything. Some of the symptoms commonly associated with learned helplessness include feeling a lack of control over the outcome of situation. See, guys, I can't stress it enough. The Holy Spirit is our number one help. There is nothing he cannot help you to do. In fact, it's just because of our time, I would have shared plenty life experiences, even with myself. My present office, when I got to the office, I did not know anything they are doing in that place. That's just the truth. Because it was completely different from where I had, the last place I worked. But at a point, I told myself, you will not sit in this place and say you cannot do this thing. First and foremost, I asked the Holy Spirit for help. Guys, I'm telling you how I'm able to carry out my tasks till now is still a miracle. Sometimes I sit and I'm like, wow, you mean I'm able to do this? So it's not enough for you to just sit. Even before it happens, you had already concluded that no, this situation, there's not, no. Failing to ask for help. When you get to that point where you feel, why should I ask for help? It's something that I cannot do. It's not my thing. There's no point asking somebody to help me. Or when you now start to exhibit, the characteristic of like you're having low self-esteem. See, this identity crisis issue, self-acceptability, see, you are the best of your kind anywhere. There is nobody that is like you. God created you distinct from every other person. Have you wondered, no matter how identical twins are, they are not the same? There must be one thing that separates the two of them. And so you must get to that point where you don't allow circumstances or situation. I even know some of us young people, we have issues with our body shape. Some tell you, my head is this, my leg is this, I say, here. So what do we tell God now? Why did God allow your head to be like this or your nose to be like this? And some say their shape is not figure 8. Some say that this is not this. Some say, I say, the Lord is in control. What I'm just saying is that you have to get to that point where you accept yourself for you. Like you accept you for you. You are the best of your kind. There is nobody like you anywhere. That is just it. Because the scriptures even says it, that you are beautifully and you are wonderfully made. It simply shows that in the creation of things or in the sphere of life or in God's agenda, you are you and you are unique. So there's nothing that should make you feel inferior to your mates. If there are one or two things that they can do that you cannot do, it is then time for you to get to work. Okay, what is it that Benita can do that I cannot do? I want to learn. Then decrease motivation. If you see that nothing interests. And for me, can we go to the next slide? Nothing interests you anymore. You are the type that, okay, maybe normally you will motivate yourself. You want to read before exam, you want to practice past questions, but because you are taking the exam and your result had not actually come through, or probably you had a low grade or something, you now give up. No, after all, the last time I studied so hard and I still failed. No. Lack of persistence, feeling of frustration, giving up easily. You haven't even tried, you had already given up. But why? Okay, anytime you want to get to that point where you conclude, okay, no, what about if you just say to yourself, okay, so what about if I try and I succeed? I think that should replace giving up easily, then putting less effort into tasks. The next slide, solutions. Those are the things, when you begin to exhibit any of these symptoms, then you may have to really pay serious attention. Solutions are, you need to improve your self-esteem. Sometimes what I do is I go in front of the mirror. I do not see that as pride, guys. I do not see it as pride in any way. You go in front of the mirror and you speak to yourself. You tell yourself, I am the best of my kind. I am one and only. In fact, they call it hyping, but you hype yourself. You say you are going global, you are going international. You are this, you are that. If you are the type that have a dream to be a CEO, you put it before your name, CEO Benita, CEO this. There is a way that what you speak have a way of just coming to pass. The Bible said that as far as you can see, as long as you can see it, then there is a chance that it can be yours. You should receive support and encouragement. Be open. Be open. I had a friend then whom I personally know that he was struggling, but he will not open up to anybody. He will not even allow you know that he's going through things. And then gradually he was sliding into depression. Fine, I understand that it's not everybody you can talk to, but over time, you even among your friends, you'll be able to know who should I talk to. No, if I tell so person, she will tell so, and so you find a way to keep such people at arm's length. By arm's length, like you try to kind of distance yourself from them. You are not so, and then you need to set realistic goals and tasks. Don't set tasks that you know you cannot achieve. There's no point being untrue. As we are right now, we all know our ability and capacity. There are certain things that if you say I should come and do, I will not tell you I can't do it. But I will tell you, give me time. Let me learn. Let me build capacity. And there are other things that when you say come and do, even if you wake me up from sleep, I will gladly do it because over time I had built capacity, I have ability. You should identify behaviors that enforce learned helplessness. When you start to in fact, there are people that you should disassociate yourself with, because there are certain people that when you are in communication with them, it ends up in such a way that you are not happy. The little motivation you have, you just lose it. Identify negative thoughts that contribute to learned helplessness. By the time you get to your thinking, you need to check your thinking pattern. How do you think? How do you see things? You need to pay attention to it. Do you get to a point where every time you close your eyes, the only thing you can see is the last time you failed? You need to replace that picture with how the next time you try, you are going to succeed. Right? You need to develop ways to decrease anything that reminds you of maybe a bad occurrence. For some of us, maybe you've lost a loved one. You have probably had one thing that has made you really sad. And truthfully, it's actually painful. You need to seek for the help of the Holy Spirit. You need to condition your mind, because the thing is, it's personal. It's your mind. And your mind needs to be healthy. Your mind needs to be healthy at all times. You can't afford to just, stay alone there, have things that are not healthy going on in your mind, because it all starts from the mind. When you can see it, then it will happen. If you so condition your mind that you can't do it, there's nobody that can encourage you to do it, only you. And then I like this last one, eating a healthy diet. And I've just recently got to know that it doesn't even have to be expensive. Probably maybe you don't have so much to afford the the high class meal and all of that. It can just be simple but yet very healthy. Fruits, most importantly, you take vegetables, you take a lot of water. It helps. It helps. For some people, when they are even having headache, they just know that okay, there are shortage of, maybe they have been low on taking water, and so they take so much water and then they go to sleep. By the time they are awake, the headache has disappeared. So I think I have said plenty things, and I just really hope that you picked one or two things. And one thing I also will say lastly before I hand over to Auntie Fumi is that we are helped to be a helper. we are blessed to be a blessing. Peradventure, you might not be in this state of mind. Maybe you are fine. You had not gone through one bad situation that made you become helpless, or that conditioned your mind to say, okay, something good. Maybe you have a friend. Maybe you know a neighbor. You can reach out to them. You can help them know that, fine, you had gone through so thing, but it can be better. This is not the last of you. There are so many beautiful things God have in store for you, and it can come to pass. You just need to believe. I think at this junction, I'm going to be ending it. If I have not taken more than Auntie Fomi's time and all our time, I want to sincerely apologize if I've exceeded my time. I don't know if Auntie Etima is still here. So I think I've come to the end of the slide. So I wish you a beautiful life ahead as you transcend from teenagehood to adulthood. I pray that God gives you strength, gives you wisdom, helps you to find a balance, even as you navigate your way, maybe not miss your way. For those of us who are going through tough time, I pray that God comes through for you and give you strength, and you are able. If there is nothing you get from this class, please just get it that you are enough, because God is your sufficiency. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time, and thank you for having me. And Etima, I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Auntie Justina. God bless you. Wow. Wow. It was subtle, and then the fire was still there. Thank you so very much. God bless you. For me, my take home is that I am enough. Every young girl here, girls need to hear that more often than not. And I keep saying that if there's anything girls need to hear, it is the fact that they are enough. They are more than enough. So girls, what have you learned? Let me see the comment section. And also show Auntie Justina love. Despite the network issues, that's part of it. It's part of not allowing.
Exactly.
Honestly, I'm telling you.
Yes, ma. Thank you for not allowing the network to put us in a state of helplessness. Thank you so much, ma'am. So grateful. I learned personally. I did. Thank you so much, ma'am. So girls, let's show Auntie Justina love. Let's tell her what we're going to be doing different than what we have learned, especially. So. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my slides now. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, just another slide. Yeah. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much. Girls, your comments in this comment section. I'd like to see your comments. What are you going to tell Auntie Justina? Did you learn? Whatever it is that you have learned, please put it in the comment section. Don't forget, helplessness is a learned behavior. That means we can unlearn it. That also struck me differently. So I'd like to see our chats.
Please, I want to see 20 comments. Auntie Fumi, go to the comment section and pick out anybody who doesn't share with us what they have learned.
Right,
I need everybody, Yolanda, Nitare, Sonia, Priyo, Yare, Ife, Martina, everybody, write down.
Come out. Queen Mother has said to come out, so come out.
Yeah. Come out,
all of you. Chineye, Chimdi, every one of you. What is your comment? What is your takeaway? What are you taking on?
While that is going on, I want to just say something about this learned helplessness behavior, which is one of the reasons why it's part of the girls' curriculum. It's going to be forever, every year, because I see girls in this state almost all the time. A little stress, a little pressure, girls are acting like they're dying. I don't understand. Are you dying? You're not dying now. You have challenges. The first thing to do is not to chicken out. You're not a jellyfish. The first thing to do is to think, to strategize, to plan. This is why you always see that it looks as if, oh, the boys are out there. Oh, it looks as if, the next thing they will not tell you is that girls are the weaker vessel. Weaker vessel, that means the other vessel too is weak. The other vessel too is weak, just that you are weaker than that vessel. How come the other weak vessel is still able to do stuff, and you, the weaker one, says you cannot do anything? Weaker only means in terms of body. That's you can't carry heavy load, you can't do some masculine things. Doesn't mean that you are helpless. No. This is the mindset that girls have that is stopping them from taking their world. So many girls have ideas, have solutions, have answers, and they will not talk. They will not talk. They tell you, if I talk, everybody will laugh at me. So they just sit quietly. They just get used to being at the background. You see, that statement of girls are supposed to be seen, not heard, is false. It was made by forefathers in those days when they wanted to, I don't know how to even explain. They just wanted women to just stay in the kitchen. Are you here for the kitchen?
No.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Go to the comment section. Tell me if you were, God created you, took his time, created the whole of mankind, then finally created you to end up in the kitchen. Doing what exactly? You're supposed to be lighting your world. You're supposed to be coming up with game-changing ideas. Why are you not there? Why is it that when we look at why is it that when we look at prefects, we see 80% are boys? We see 90%. In some places, you see 20 prefects boys, 3 prefects girls, or 5 girls. Why exactly?
For the sake of head girl and assistant head girl.
Of compulsory, that's when you now see the girls. Why is it that girls are not able to go into the field and contend? I'm not saying you should you're doing competition between girls and boys. I'm just saying, as a girl, you have what it takes. Stand out, come outside. Come outside. Stop sitting and waiting for something small happens. You will cry. During the Ignite bootcamp, I was having a session with one of the girls. And she was crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. The time has reached for her to stop crying. She was still crying. And Auntie Folake was there. Auntie Folake is a psychologist. Folake said, you need to stop crying now. This is you not being able to put your emotions together.
Together.
You've passed the initial state of something was wrong. It's okay. It's okay. You have made your point. Stop it already. Stop brooding over things for long. Somebody told you something since 1960. You will remember it, and then you say, after they say nothing, no, I'm good for nothing. You will sit in that state, I'm good for nothing, I'm good for you. Are you good for nothing? If you are good for something, then come out with that thing that you're good at. And stop telling us what somebody has been telling you. All the names your mommy called you, you have recorded it in your diary. All the names your father called you, your friends, your teacher, you have recorded everything inside your diary. Okay, now what next? Can't you even stand up and let us put these people to shame? These people that have told us that we are good for, these friends that have laughed at us in class, can't we even make them ashamed by standing up and proving them wrong? Why do you want to now make them very happy that Shebi, I said it? Shebi, I said it, that this girl is nonsense. I want you girls to wake up. I want you girls to wake up. When we hear that people are doing amazing things in the world, let there be girls in the girls' hall. Let there be girls let me not look too far before finding you people there. This is long holiday. Some of us, the only plan we have is just to watch movies, just chillax, just flex, this kind, I cannot come and go and kill myself kind of mentality. Why? Why are you not pushing yourself? Why are you not doing something that is going to make a mark? By the time you look back, you'll be like, this holiday was worth it. Why are we not doing that? Why do we just feel that, all we're supposed to do is just to relax and not stress? Yesterday, Auntie Doreen was asking us about how we wanted to spend our money. Most of us wanted to spend our money, clothes, changing our wardrobe, going on a vacation, going to a restaurant, everything sweet, sweet, sweet. Life is not sweet like that, girls. I cannot lie to you. I cannot lie. I was a very proper Ajebota. We had drivers, gardeners, cooks. I'm talking about in the 80s. We had all those things. But a time came in my life where all those things were yanked out. I was going to crawl under life challenges. I had to stand up. So don't wait until life throws arrows at you before you now start looking for how to how to shield yourself.
Yeah.
Stand up right now and begin to, to take your sword in your hands and move. David did not wait for Goliath to reach him. He's the one that ran towards Goliath.
Yes.
Look at Esther, 17 years old. She could have been helpless. Of course, she was even helpless.
She was even helpless.
If I go, they will kill me. Oh, the king, he's wicked. Can't you remember how he killed Vashti? Oh, you order my execution. Oh, it's not your time. See excuses. Every time you give excuses, you are helpless. You are sounding, you are helpless. But the moment she realized herself, she stood up and she went ahead. Look at her today. Do you know that they still celebrate the Feast of Esther in Israel? Till date. Jesus came in her lineage. So much of reward. Do you know, I always think, what if Esther did not talk? Today, Jesus will not have, look, eternity there would have been a change of plan. Because the Bible had already said, the Bible had already said that Jesus was to come through, this lineage, he was to come through the Jewish nation, he was to be born in Bethlehem. The Bible, there was already prophecy. But now here's the Jewish race about to be annihilated. Do you know the meaning of annihilated? That means wiped out completely without
going to extinction.
They will check the map of the world, they will check the history of the world.
That will not find a trace.
Will not be in existence. Meanwhile, that's where Jesus is supposed to come from. Some of you, things in the world are going to spoil if you don't stand up.
Yeah, sure.
Cancer might never ever get a cure if you don't stand up. People might never get healed, cured. Some people might never get a certain kind of knowledge and wisdom. Some people, there's some kind of tech that will never come up because you are not talking, because you are not facing your fears. Things will spoil. Guys, lives will be lost. Somebody did something. I'm going to end with this story. Somebody did something wrong in Ignite in Lagos. And I said, for this that you have done, no more Ignite in Lagos. The guy started crying. And said, meanwhile, before he was forming, he was forming. He said, Antetima, please do any other thing, not stop Ignite. I will never forgive myself that I was the reason why a channel that touches lives will end. And that broke me, actually. So you can imagine if I say truly that I don't want to go to Ignite, if I say I'm not going again, if I decide that, Lagos stress was a lot. Till now, I'm trying to get my voice back. Lagos stress was Abuja is child's play compared to Lagos. It was a whole lot. I can as well say, no, I don't like stress. I'll just stay in my Abuja. After all, what is it? I already have it covered. What of the lives that are there that are supposed to be saved? What of those? What of those ones? What happens to them? Nobody else can do it the way God has asked me to do it. Everybody, like Auntie Justina said, everybody has their templates. There are thousands of camps going on in Lagos. Thousands. But there is a particular thing that has been assigned to me to do. If I don't do it, it's never going to be done.
At all.
That's the same thing with some of you. You're there saying, but I'm not the only one that knows how to do this thing. But they say, where you need to come and do it, that is going to touch a particular group of people. If you don't do it, those people are lost. They are gone. I need you girls to understand how important you are in the scheme of things. I want you to go to the comment section and say, I am very important in God's plan and agenda. My role cannot be replaced. My place, nobody else will take. That's which got anything you can say, but just confess to yourself and say, this thing that God has given to me, I will do it. I will not let another person take my place. I will not let another person do it for me. I will stand and do it. That template that God has given to me, I will run by it. I will use it. I will not be missing in God's agenda. Somebody write it for me. I will not be missing in God's agenda. When God sends me on a mission, I will be on that mission. I will not be giving excuses. Somebody write, I will not give God excuses again. I will not give God excuses again. I will not even give myself excuses. I will stand out there and I'm going to stand tall. I will stand there and I'm going to do it. I am not helpless. Somebody write, I am not helpless. If you were helpless before, write, I'm no longer helpless. I used to actually be like,
helpless.
This thing Auntie Justina taught us, I could see myself in almost every slide. Always feeling helpless. Always feeling, oh God, am I dying? Oh, somebody come and help me in this place. Hey, Jesus, this thing wants to kill me. Oh, in fact, my friend will always tell me, you are not dying. Look at me. I'm sure you noticed I'm in a different place. I'm in Asaba. I just got into Asaba for a teens conference. I am ill. I came with my tablet. I even had to send the team in Asaba to buy me more tablets. I have taken it, but I'm here. Am I dying? Am I dying? I'm not dying. If it was me before, I'll be inside my blanket. I cannot go. I'm stressed. My voice has gone. My voice was going. I went to buy medicine, very small medicine, very expensive. I bought it so that the voice would clear. I must do this assignment. I cannot be helpless. I cannot be dying now. I cannot be dying when souls are dying. So when you're just like, I'm feeling tired, some of you will have menstrual pain. Oh, my period. I used to be like that. My period is coming. Hey, you have small headache. Mommy, I'm sick. I cannot wash plates. I cannot cook. I cannot read. What is all that? Just look, girls, wake up. Wake up. Remember, you're going to be mothers soon. You're going to have your baby. Your babies will be ill. You are ill. You have to stand up and take care of them.
Of course.
You cannot tell your suckling baby, I'm having headache. I'm having malaria. Your baby wants to suck. Damn it. Your baby needs to suck. You cannot be telling your baby that I'm stressed. I've been working since morning. That's not your baby's. That's why God gave you. That's why God gave you strength, stamina, so that you will not be helpless. You will not be, so that you will be strong. So that you will fit into his agenda and you will not spoil things for heaven. I pray for every one of you that the Lord will pour his grace on you. Because really, sometimes it's not about power, might, or strength physically alone. Many of the times, the Lord needs to shower his grace upon you. And because that grace, I have enjoyed it. I pray that every one of my girl in the Girls Hub will experience the same grace in the name of Jesus. People will look at you and they will wonder, what kind of girl are you? And you will say, I am who I am by the grace and the mercy of God. I take away every weakness from you. I take away every helplessness, every confusion, every submission to fears. You just want to give up. You just get tired easily. You get discouraged easily. You get frustrated easily. I take away of Jesus. Rise and fulfill God's purpose for your life in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
Feel grace that will come upon every one of us, including myself. I feel God's presence and anointing right now in this room upon every one of us. The girl, the mentors, the Lord has strengthened and empowered us. We're going to be fulfilling purpose in grand style, and the name of the Lord is glorified. In Jesus' name,
Amen.
Congratulations, girls. Thank you so much. It's time for you to go and rest. We're going to be back here at 7 p.m. by God's grace. 7 p.m., not 7:30. All right, guys. Lots of love. Love you so much. Thank you, Auntie
Love you
Justina.
too, ma.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma. Bye. Please get some rest, ma.
I will.
Bye.
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 Bye,
Bye.
guys.